As everyone knows by now, Pope Francis passed away, and I wasn't originally going to make a video about it, but I was encouraged to by blue collar Catholic, and especially after just seeing my feed, a bunch of videos, I figured I'd say my piece. I woke up the other day to the news. First thing I saw was blue collar Catholic's video, and I got way more emotional than I thought I would, and so I ended up writing him an email about how I felt about Pope Francis, and he encouraged me to read it. So I'm just going to read what I wrote that day. But here it goes. Pope Francis was my Pope. He was the Pope when I came into the church, the one who welcomed me home. And now, for the first time in my life, I'm without a Pope, or in my Catholic life. I didn't expect to feel this emotional, but I do, because I loved him, even though I never met him. He was called the Pope of Mercy, and that name couldn't be more fitting. He didn't just preach mercy, he lived it. He reached out to the poor, the forgotten, the ones the world ignores. And he was hated for it, lied about, misunderstood by the world, and sadly by many who claimed to follow Christ, even by some who called themselves Catholic. But he never retaliated. He never struck back. He never sought vengeance or attention or power. He just kept loving, kept forgiving, kept building bridges, kept trying to make peace. He bore the cross of his office with humility and quiet strength. I already slept in the servants' quarters at the Vatican, refusing the luxury that came with his title. He lived like a servant because he truly believed he was one. He taught me what the gospel looks like when it walks into a room, when it bends down to wash feet, when it forgives, when it refuses to return insult for insult. He reminded the world and reminded me that mercy is not a weakness. Mercy is the very power of God. He was my Pope, and I will miss him. But I thank God I lived in his time. I'd ask everybody, to pray for the Pope, pray for our future Pope, pray for the unity of the church. And I haven't been Catholic long. I've been Catholic 3 years. And the papacy was the last hurdle for me to overcome. And I just want to remind Catholics out there, especially the ones that question the legitimacy of the Pope. The thing that got me, the thing that brought me home, pushed me over the edge, was that I decided to trust Jesus. I trusted Jesus when he said, I build my church upon this rock, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. And that the Holy Spirit would lead it into all truth. So I trust that Jesus is going to continue to lead his church. And that he's going to continue to, Jesus is going to continue to lead his church. And so I trust him. And so when I look back on Pope Francis, I never saw someone just lied about so much. It kind of reminds me of the church. The church is constantly lied about. I was evangelical, so I used to tell the lies, not knowing that they were lies, of course. But Pope Francis is lied about all the time. And if you're a Catholic, if you call yourself Catholic, I'd like to remind you to trust Jesus. This is his church. He's going to guide it. And pray for the popes. Anyways, that's all I got. I didn't want to take too much of anybody's time. Y'all have a good day.